Army composition. How does Throgg complement troll spam? Okay, let's take Throgg's starting army, presuming you took the 5 seconds to get the starting hero into the army. Femir Balefiend with Shadows lore by the way. Aside from that hero and Throgg himself, you get 1 basic Marauders, 1 Marauder Great Weapons, 1 Norscan Ice Wolves unit, 2 Norscan Ice Trolls, and 2 Normie Norscan Trolls. That's a lot of trolling. What's not here? There's not even a single missile weapon to be found. There is Armor Sundering, which is going to benefit literally only 2 units. Well, no, that's not true. Trolls do base damage as well, just less than the AP. So we need to keep that in mind. The first battle seems designed to drill into the limitations, adding a Norscan Giant and a regular Marauder Horseman unit. Ice Wolves can deal with the Horsemen, but the Giant is going to annoy. A Chieftain isn't much of a problem for Throgg, and maybe you can get the Balefiend helping a little bit with the Miasma spell on infantry and so on. On the other hand, you can instantly confederate once winning this battle. At that point, you can recruit Marauder Hunters, Regulars, Great Weapons, and Spearmen. I personally opted for 2 Hunters and 2 Spearmen as a hedge against problems my trolls might have issues with. But my buildings went to growth in the main settlement and basic horsemen in a minor one. I got 4 horsemen the next turn, basic normal javelin chuggers. Why? Because they bring speed and skirmish missile availability, 2 things trolls are not going to give me ever. They're not super slow or anything, but they're not this fast, and they don't do ranged. Next turn I had enough to fulfill the mission, so I had my pick of trolls, and I picked 2 Bile Trolls because everybody says they're awesome, and that's not wrong. Already we have a fairly respectable force. I'm trying not to annoy Azazel because only if he violates his vassal treaty can I steal his Norscan tribe from him, so I go to the next tribe over and face a force with a number of horsemen which I can match, warhounds which I want to lure into trouble, and chariots which my spearmen and loads of trolls should attack in preference. A blob of regular marauders is no serious threat. I just worry about being picked apart at ranged. Again, I want to lure the right units, and my 2 hunters can help punish that. Thanks to actually being on frozen soil, I actually got auto-enrolled in the monster hunts, the legendary hunt to start with, but that is going to be a big problem with this composition. Ideally, I'd need a lot more armor-piercing missile stuff to help. Throgg can take care of himself, sure, but you'd love some giants and stuff in the extreme. The special magic that Frost Dragon uses has a flaming attribute that's going to be brutal even against trolls, to a point. And the enemy will bring its own ice trolls. I'd want to do better. I want my trolls to hit harder, and eventually that is exactly what does happen. So I held off on that for a little bit. This walks you through the thought process I had for looking at improving a troll army. What it lacks can be addressed with ice wolves or similar stuff, horsemen for ranged skirmish, and you can do a lot better than the basic horsemen. Hunters for extra bite, but be careful about compatibility, and of course, some extra heroes will be awesome later, like Femir Nobles, but a few turns in, that's not a thing. I could cannibalize Wulfric's Metal Caster hero after confederating him, but that's not necessary. So the problems at this point were economic. I was a real estate developer, land rich and money poor. I encountered that when I tried Throgg way back after Malachi dropped. But anyway, war with him and Epidemius happened on its own, so that's what's going to solve it naturally. I also did the Wintertooth Crown quest battle, and that helped a lot with the money situation short term, but basically you need some fights against Order factions, and in general to get over the money crunch. I'll cover Trollkind economics soon enough. Take care, and have fun trolling the North, a constant source of laughter and snacking meat.